goodness gracious me, it's just yeah, no, that Mario is dangerous. Hope you like up airs, and I hope you like 57 of them. So we are going to get into it with Snow versus Asimo. If Asimo wants to defend that Sumabato title, you're going to have to do it through loser's side. The first obstacle of which, one of the more potent Marios on that half of the world, if not the most. Let's be honest with ourselves. Small Battlefield is our destination for game number 1. At triple digits now. And again, you're talking about feeling it out with this stage of the game. It's strange to see Asimo kind of just strange to see Asimo trying to be almost patient at this point, because I mean, you have to learn it against Sonic for sure, but against Mario, it's like, no, I have the fist. I can sort of dictate how this thing goes. Then again, I feel like you probably had to play Snow to enough to realize how this is going to go. Like, this Mario is going to jump in and pick you up, and you're going to have to eat about as many up airs as you can eat pieces of sushi in one sitting. I believe my record is 20, by the way. None of you asked that. Either way, 2 stocks apiece. Asimo ceding the stock. Snow trying to get things back into their favor, but it's simply not working out for him. This Mario simply not having his airspace respected, as evidenced by the combo into the Shoryuken. And there we go, the Tatsumaki. Combo into that, and you're generally pretty good. It's funny. A lot of the times that you would see Ryu players, while this game is still being patched, you would see a lot of the Ryus that found success. I think comboing into the Tatsumaki more than anything else to get that kill off at the top. At least I would. At least some of the American ones. We are going to see now. Oh my goodness. Now it is 1-0 Asimo. And again, the defending Sumabato champion. The path through to heaven will have to wind through hell, as Snow is presenting pretty stiff competition, but it's going to be Asimo who needs to find these answers, and doing quite well, at least at this juncture. You're seeing game number 2 go forward. The stage selection will be the same. Again, you're talking about Snow, who's not really even able to leverage the fireball all that much, simply because, guess what? Ryu has a fireball, it's bigger, and it has a straighter trajectory. You don't need to do as much jank stuff with it. You can simply fire it ahead and force a jump out of Asimo. Or out of Snow, excuse me. Mario, obviously one of those characters that does relish being in the air, but only on their terms. If you're Asimo, you have to know that standing on that stage, or standing on that platform, excuse me, will get you an up air. Like, you are going to get just absolutely sharked. But, I don't know. I guess you do have the option of playing a very campy Mario and just firing out 67 fireballs. I said that with a little bit of pain. Somebody heard that in my voice. Tri-State has hurt me, folks. I'm not going to say exactly what part, but screw it, it's Jersey. Anyway, up smash, almost KOing Asimo. Not quite getting the job done, but it will be an up tilt that winds up putting Snow into a precarious position. Asimo. Maybe looking for an up B, Snow says, well, I got one of my own. Not hitting with quite the destructive force of Luigi's, but it's Mario. I think it'll do. Oh, man. In the Apollo Creed garb, getting Drago'd off at the top, that's just rough. Snow is going to back throw here. No prizes if you guessed that, by the way. 2 stocks apiece now for Asimo. And no, Asimo, the 9th ranked player, I believe, in the world, in the last edition of the global rankings. 21st in this one. And appropriately enough, up 2-1 this game. Multiple time Sumabato winner, the last one being the last edition of such, the 61st. Again, beating Yadon, the Pyre Mithraman, in grand finals and getting the reset and then winning the winning true finals by a score of 3-1. Put into losers again by Korinku. Excuse me. Gotta work on my Japanese. The Ridley. So getting upset by a Ridley, just a little bit of matchup knowledge, but no, doing quite well for himself considering the path that they took to this losers quarterfinal matchup. Maybe a little bit more obtuse, but then again, we all have deviations to our path, both in life and in Smash. I'll spare you the philosophy, and Snow will simply throw out the back air and take us to 1 stock each. Triple digits now for Snow. And will be the crescent kick that winds up putting Asimo into the path of towards the path of victory, and Snow staring into the abyss now. The up air is going to be parried by Asimo. The jabs, and it is going to be a little bit of a touch, and then the Shoryuken, the touch of death. Asimo 2-0. And now it is Snow who is being made to ponder their fate. Again, as you stare into the abyss. Yeah, maybe don't go with the Street Fighter song would be my suggestion, but honestly, music counter picks, I will fully advocate for music counter picks. I don't know who's watching this right now, but yeah, I will also give a shout out to a Philadelphia luminary in that regard, 6WX, who would, I think, almost always counterpick to Bloody Painting, I believe it was, from Castlevania. So that wasn't until they added the Persona soundtrack. So let's go to game 3, shall we? Small battlefield, Snow with the counterpick in mind. Sometimes it really is all about the music. Also, if you pick environmental noises, just what's wrong with you? Looking for the forward air. At the very least, you got to show Asimo that it's there, right? Like, you know, you're probably not throwing it out 5 seconds later. You're not worried about his staling. Just, you got to, at the very least, send a statement of intent. So. Parries the fireballs. Asimo, again, definitely in danger of getting damage tacked onto him, but Snow in very real danger of being punched in the face and killed. So really, really what's the problem here? Asimo, 2 stocks away from moving on to loser semis. It's going to be the Nair that Snow grabs onto as a lifeline. And Snow evening things up. Asimo needs to be more judicious about the path off stage if they want to make it through. We already have a match. Our match is done. Snow has made it to this point in bracket by beating Karage in the initial round of top 8 by a score of 3-1. Would have been excited to commentate a little bit of Mario Falcon, but I'm sure our friends over in Japan enjoyed that. For me, the spike. Beautifully done. Yes, Snow is just going to have to give up the ghost on that one. Asimo, one stock away from facing Yoshidora in loser semifinals. That Yoshi on the run of a lifetime through loser's bracket got put into bracket hell at the outset of top 96, and Yoshidora has walked into hell and become a devil. Asimo will look to purge the darkness from that loser's side. But you have to get through Snow first. A demon in his own right. One of the best Marios in the land of the rising sun. In the American garb, ironically. We're not going to read too much into that. You're just going to eat that back air and say sayonara to the second stock. And now a full-on, almost a lead. Though Asimo would certainly not let that happen so easily. The damage output of Ryu is a sight to behold. Forcing Snow to roll as well. Looking on through. Bears? I mean, hey, the approach option is the same as the platform option. It's up air. What do you want? It's a Mario, folks. You're watching him. I know he's watching him. Can't even see the stream, and I can see it. But shout out to EE, by the way. Great guy. Subscribe to EE or something. Down tilt. Fireballs, and that's the thing with that fireball. It is a little bit predictable in terms of the speed, so you can cape it. Back throw. Nares. Oh, but you rolled right into it. Asimo taking the lesson from the winner's side matchup. Wound up rolling into a fatal maneuver to get sent to loser's side. Uses the same tactum on Snow, who falls victim to the Shoryuken, the roll off of ledge. And there we go. Asimo